In this video, I'll go through some tricky questions on hoisting in JavaScript. These questions can really challenge your JavaScript knowledge and are helpful when it comes to clearing interviews as well. I have created a similar video on closures as well. You can check it out. The link will be in the description and comment section. If you want more videos like these, then comment down your thoughts and I'll create many more similar videos on different concepts in the future. And before I start, I'm assuming you have an idea of what hoisting in JavaScript is. In short, hoisting is a JavaScript mechanism where variables and function declarations are moved to the top of their scope before code execution. Alright, so let's start with an easy one first. What will be the output of this? Well, here the console log would print reference error y is not defined. And that's because only the declaration like the var, let or const part is hoisted in JavaScript, not the initialization. Here y is being accessed before it's even initialized and y isn't even declared to begin with. This is why we encounter y is not defined when we try to console log y before declaring and initializing y. Now for the next question, I'll modify this a bit. So what will be the output of this now? Here the output is going to be undefined because the variable y is declared with a var which gets it hoisted on the top during the creation phase. So behind the scenes it will look something like this. Upon hoisting, the y will be assigned undefined at the beginning because it's in the creation phase. So after that, when the execution phase takes place and code is executed line by line, the console prints undefined here because at that moment in time, y holds the undefined value from the creation phase and the initialization here happens in the next line. So for the next question, if I modify this a little more, what would be the output of this? Well, the output here would be 3 and the behind the scenes would look something like this. Here the var as usual gets hoisted to the top with a value of undefined in the creation phase, but then during the execution phase it gets assigned a value of 3 before the console log line is reached. And then when the console line is finally reached, y holds a value of 3 already and therefore 3 is what's logged out. Now for the fourth question, guess the output of this. This would print cannot access x before initialization. Here's the behind the scenes of this code. So let and const variables are hoisted, but they are hoisted without a default initialization. This makes them inaccessible since such variables are in a temporal dead zone, which is the block where a variable is inaccessible until the moment the computer initializes it with a value. And remember, variables declared with var on the other hand are hoisted with a default initialization of undefined. Now for the fifth question, guess the output of this. Here the output would be identifier x has already been declared. That's because var and let both get hoisted to the top of the scope. The variable x is declared using var and assigned the value 1, but then you're attempting to declare it again using let in the same scope. This is not allowed in JavaScript and you'll get the error message identifier x has already been declared. Now for the sixth question, guess the output of this. Well, here the first console will print a as undefined and the second console will print a as 1. Here's the behind the scenes of this code. Here a is hoisted to the top of the global scope, but its assignment var a equals to 1 happens later. So what exactly happens here is, the console log statement outside the hoisting example function attempts to log the value of a in the global scope. At this point, a is declared but not initialized, so it logs undefined. Then the variable a is then initialized with the value 1. After that, the hoisting example function is called. Inside the hoisting example function, it attempts to log the value of a in the local scope. Since there is no local a variable within the scope, it looks up the scope chain and finds the global variable a, which has been initialized to 1. Therefore, it logs 1. Now for the seventh question, guess the output of this. Many people get this wrong by guessing the output to be not defined or so, but the correct answer here is 1. Here's the behind the scenes implementation of this code. Basically, variables which are assigned without a var declaration are considered to be global variables. That's why a becomes 1 when logged below. Now for the eighth question, I'll slightly modify this question and initialize a with var. What do you think the output would be then? Well, it would say reference error a is not defined. Here's the behind the scenes implementation of this code. This is because variables declared inside a function using var are function scoped. This means that they are only accessible within the function where they are declared and not in the outer scope, which in this case is the global scope. Now for the ninth question, guess the output of this. Well, the output of this would be 2 and 2, and here's the behind the scenes implementation of this code. In JavaScript, function declarations are hoisted to the top of their containing scope during the creation phase. When multiple function declarations with the same name exist in the same scope, the last declaration wins, meaning it overwrites any previous declarations, and therefore both the function calls print 2. And now for the 10th question, which is the last, guess the output of this. This question might be tough for a lot of people. The output of this code is going to be 1. Weird, right? Well, here's the behind the scenes implementation of this code. Let's walk through the actual code step by step. First, the variable test is declared and initialized with the value 1. Then, the function hoisting function is defined. Inside this function, you have a function declaration named test. Since function declarations are hoisted to the top of their containing function or global scope, this declaration is hoisted within the function hoisting function. And so within the function hoisting function, the variable test is this test function. But then we have test equals to 10 as well. So now the test variable within function hoisting becomes 10 if we console log test here. But if we console log the test variable at the beginning of this function, then it would log the test function itself, because function test is hoisted at the top within this function hoisting scope. So note that this test equals to 10 just reassigns the test variable containing the function, because a test function variable is already created during the creation phase within this function hoisting function due to hoisting. So now lastly, when test is console logged outside, it will log 1, because function names and variable names can coexist in different scopes without conflict. The test variable within function hoisting won't be accessible outside its scope, and so the test variable outside points to the value 1 which was assigned to it in the beginning. And with that, we are done with all the questions in this video. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment your thoughts and I'll try to resolve it. So that's all for the video. If you found it insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe.